college and of sorority life. The fun and games will be set aside for a few minutes, and before your eyes, we will open up the door to growing up, to friendship, to education, and to love. We're so excited to be here tonight with so many wonderful women. My sisters and I wish the best for you in all of your endeavors. So for now, please enjoy this special evening with us.
My sister is my heart. She opens doors to rooms I never knew were there, breaks through walls I don't recall building. She lightens my darkest corners with the sparkle in her eyes.
My sister is my soul. She inspires my wearied spirit to fly on wings of angels. But while I hold her hand, my feet never leave the ground. She stills my deepest fears with the wisdom of her song.
My sister is my past. She writes my history. In her eyes, I recognize myself. I have memories only we can share. She remembers, she forgives, and she accepts me as I am with tender understanding.
My sister is my future. She lives within my dreams. She sees my undiscovered secrets, believes in me as I stumble. She walks with me step by step, her love lighting the way.
My sister is my strength. She hears the whispered prayers that I cannot speak. She helps me find my smile, freely giving me hers. She catches my tears in her gentle hands.
My sister is like no one else. She's my most treasured friend, filling up the empty spaces, healing broken places. She is my rock, my inspiration. Though impossible to define, in a word, she is my sister.
Some people come into our lives and quickly go. Some people move our souls to dance. They awaken us with a new understanding with the passing of their wisdom. Some people make the sky more beautiful to gaze upon. They stay in our lives for a while, leave footprints on our heart, and we are never ever the same.
Something in your eyes told us that you were the ones that we'd been waiting for all along. There's something in your voice that made our hearts beat fast. We saw a friendship we knew would last for the rest of our lives. And if you knew how much these women mean to me, they've changed my life and answered my prayers. If you knew how happy you could come to be, to share in our laughter and loyalty. I hope this feels like home to you, like it feels like home to me. This is the place that your heart says you need to be. So won't you please let us be your new home and family. Our lights are on and doors open to welcome you home. And when it seems the world's turned its back on me, and my tears they fall down like rain, I'm alright, 'cause my sisters, they comfort me and make sure I always see through the dark there is light. And if you knew how much these women mean to me, they've changed my life and answered answered my prayers. And if you know this moment, it tries your heart, just know that we've all been in your shoes. I hope this feels like home to you, like it feels like home to me. This is the place that your heart says you need to be. So won't you please let us be your new home and family. Our lights are on and doors open to welcome you home. Our lights are on and doors open to welcome you home.
What is a sorority? If it's really anything at all, it's not entirely a flower. National conventions, monogrammed rings, worn-out songs, bylaws, membership standards,
or a golden pin, and it is not entirely an institution, a creed, a legacy, an obligation, or a way of life.
If you're going to insist that it is something, a sorority is only
moving in for the first time and slowly realizing that all beautiful people have fat legs and use mouthwash and wear last year's coats.
Long, tired eternities of Starbucks coffee and exam snacks when you can't remember the Renaissance architects or the stages of photosynthesis or respiration.
Taking her to get a pedicure when studying just seems hopeless.
And celebrating with pedicures when she gets an A on that paper.
Sitting huddled together and listening with all of your helplessness because she's lost and she's lonely, and it seems the whole world just fell into a million ugly pieces.
And it's coming in very late one night and closing the door to tell someone who's seen you through the hardest years of your life that you're now happy and in love.
Being surrounded by your sisters on graduation day and realizing that you would not be who you are without them.
whatever a sorority is, it is not limited by years.
After college, you realize that the sorority that you loved so much during your time here is a living, breathing body, standing by to catch, guide, comfort, and inspire you.
It's a safety net when you're ready to make a giant leap and you're not sure when or where you'll land.
It's reconnecting with an old friend when a job opens up that you know she'll be perfect for.
Joining an alumni chapter and making new friends when you've just moved to a new city and don't know anyone.
It's hoping that your kids will find the same kind of family you did, one that loves unconditionally and is bigger than you ever thought possible.
And a sorority is ultimately, I suppose, a kind of self-evaluation.
You grow up inside of these elegant halls, and perhaps you do learn more about this grisly, ungrateful thing we call life than if you had lived it anywhere else.
You learn that no matter where you come from or who took you there, you still have to find that one small acre that's just for you, by yourself.
You learn to wait, because chance is slow and change isn't always right.
You learn that there's still a lot more to believe in and a whole lot more to hope for.
You learn that love has never been easy and it's a long time coming. And if you're very smart,
Or very lucky,
You learn that no matter how big or messy the world becomes, what is precious and what is permanent is always the same.
And in the very end, a sorority can only be a better way to stumble out the back steps and out the front door to calmly and confidently greet the world.
Friendship is the discovery of ourselves in others, and the delight in the recognition. Our friends help us guide us, and sometimes they carry us through the roughest waters in the sea of life. Friends can bring out the best and worst in you. Even when you are at your worst, a friend will always stand by your side and support you.
The love and support that we have found within Gamma Phi Beta is represented by our sorority flower, the pink carnation. Just as the carnation is the longest enduring flower, our bond together as Gamma Phis is everlasting.
Look at your carnation. Each one is unique. The flower will start as a bud, and as it receives nourishment, it continues to expand and its beauty grows. Put it with a bunch of other carnations and the bouquet is striking. The carnations symbolize our ability to be strong and enduring as an individual and yet contribute to a beautiful, bigger group.
We invite you now to take a few moments to think about the future of Gamma Phi Beta here and the legacy that the colonizing members will leave behind. In a moment, we'll ask you to step forward and place your carnation in our vase. You'll find that as sisters around the room do so, our bouquet will grow in size, making it even more beautiful as each flower joins. This is a chance to become part of a sisterhood that has beauty, strength, and a bright, long-lasting future. For those of us who have already discovered happiness in Gamma Phi Beta, may your decision or may your addition to our bouquet symbolize your renewed commitment to Gamma Phi.
Gamma Phi Beta, remember